Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes, all the product I'm using, all the dimensions are listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There is a link to my Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. There's my email address if you have any questions. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and help me grow in YouTube world. And today is day 18 of my 25 days of Christmas. So, we're going to be playing with St. Nicholas and the Regal Reindeer. And I told you I'd tell you what was on the retirement list. St. Nicholas is on the retirement list. So it started on the 21st of November while supplies last. Some products, not all, but some products are up to 60% off. Varies in what other products. I've seen 30 and 40 and 60, so it depends on what you're getting. And then Regal Reindeer is still available. It's in the annual catalog. It's not going anywhere right now. So, let me show you what we're making. Very simple envelope. And this is our little card. Now, I've die cut this St. Nick from the paper. If you don't have any more St. Nicks left out of your paper, you can stamp him, color him, and use him that way. But I was being lazy today, and I wanted to use the die cut one because I thought it's colored so beautifully. I couldn't do that well. So, and this is also from the St. Nick Traditions of St. Nick paper. That is an online exclusive. I did not check before I started filming if it was still available. Last time I seen it was, so hopefully it is. And then inside the card, a simple letter to say, thinking of you this Christmas day. So it's a very simple, easy card. So let's start with some stamping. We have paste of white that is 5 1/4 by 4. I have a scrap of white for our Merry Christmas. And I'm going to pull this piece in just so I can line up things. This is a piece of the DSP. It's going on the front, but it's 3 1/4 by 4. And it's going down the side here. And I want to lay this here when I'm stamping so that I center my words up in the center. The only color of ink we're using is Cherry Cobbler. But I want to sort of center it in this way, like that. Then we'll come back and glue that on in a minute. And then we need our Merry Christmas. I'm just going to center him right here in the center like that. And we need an envelope, which I did grab, with joy, peace, and love. I said if you have that paper, you can die cut the red and the green Santa Clauses or St. Nick's and use them, and you can make a lot of cards really fast. So let's finish the inside here. I'm just going to put a little glue on that. And it is directional paper, so you want to make sure it is going the right direction. And it's going to go right there alongside. We have a card base that is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, and it's going to be a top fold card. So it's going to go in here. Like I said, this is an easy card to reproduce if you have paper. If not, you'll have to sit in front of your television and watch your favorite Christmas movie and do some coloring. Which is not a bad thing this time of year. So just like that. Now the front piece, for some reason, whoa. Do you see what I'm looking at here? My paper, I must have cut it wrong. Can you see what I'm looking at? Just one moment here. I think I can salvage this. I'll grab my paper trimmer and let's see what's going on. This should be 5 1/2. Yep. You know what I'm going to do? It's folded correctly. Oh, that's still not very good. Just one moment here. I don't think it'll be okay. I got a little piece there, just one moment. Got a little Chad hanging off here, literally. There, now it's fixed. Watch that. Sometimes if you're cutting paper, you can slide just a little bit. So hold your paper down when you're cutting it. Obviously, I didn't. So this is a piece of the DSP that is 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to mount that on the front. And it's off just a little bit. It'll be fine. Okay, so the next thing we do, we have our Merry Christmas here. We need to punch him out, and I'm going to use the double circle punches, oval punches. You know I love this punch, and I'm going to cut the Merry Christmas out here. That looks pretty good. And then I have a piece of Cherry Cobbler that I'm going to put in here and cut the scalloped one. Oh, I got glue on there. Hang on. And I smudged it really bad. Bear with me 1 minute. We're going to restamp that. Like I said, if you're not happy with it, do it again. It's just a small piece of paper and a little bit of ink. But I evidently got some glue or something on the center of that, and it smudged and made the Merry Christmas, or the Merry, bleed. So I'll hold this back up and see if you can see it. See what it did to the Merry? Let's see if you can see it there. Looks crappy. Even if I tried to take an eraser, the glue eraser to it, it'd probably smear the ink. So I'll put a little glue on here. Put this in the center of my other oval. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. And then I have my die cut Santa, which I've already die cut. And we are going to put this on Dimensionals. Okay. Just like that. Now I'm going to wait. Let's see, where do we want to put him? I think we'll put him right about there. We'll go ahead and do that. Now the first one, I moved him up so he was close to this fireplace, but I'm going to be putting him right over this fireplace. So I'm just going to put him so he's like on the floor and he's looking into the room with the fireplace. I mean, there's a lot of fireplaces, but so it's off just a little different spot than that, but not much. But you can place him where, if you use the green one, he's facing the other direction. So you put him on the other side. Okay, so then we need to do this, and I decided I needed something on here. So we're going to use some linen thread. And I'm going to put a little bit of seal in the middle of that. I think I looped this. Let's check how many loops I made. I made about 4. So depending on how the size of your hand, taken, you know, I want a pretty big loops, so I'll show you this in a second. There we go. So about like that is what I've done. I'm going to grab it in the center, pull it off my fingers, maybe. Okay, don't grab so tight, Lori. I'm trying to hold the loops in place. There we go. Now I'm all thumbs. And I'm going to whack that off. I got some strings hanging out, but we'll deal with it. I'm just going to give that a little twist, and I'm going to put it right into that glue at an angle. I want a big floppy Now this one I can just bring down. I don't have to cut him. I can stick him into the glue. And this one, I can stick him back here and stick him into the glue. I wanted some big open areas like that. But you can put yours on any way you want. Some people like them smaller and neater. I like big and floppy. And then we're going to use some dimensionals to help hold that on there. And pop this up, so I'm just going to come along here and clip a few pieces. Like I said, always use your sides. You also cover more area, a little bit more area. Just so you have everybody all covered and it's not going to fly off there for you. Just like that. It looks a mess on the back, but that's okay. They're not going to see the back. If you use less loops, it would not be as full and bulky in the back. But like I said, I like them big and floppy like that. And you can put it wherever you want. I'm going to put mine right about here. Like I said, and after they've laid down in the envelope, they will lay down like that. That's the look I was going for, but you could use less. It's up to you. And these are the Iridescent Rhinestones. I'm going to use some small ones. They tend to pick up any color they're with. So I'm going to put one in the middle here. So always start in the middle on these when you put in one and try to get them straight across from each other. And this one here. But you put them on here, they pick up the red. You can see the red tones in them. They're not red, but they're iridescent. And that is our card for today. So I hope you enjoy that. It's a nice card. And give it a try. If you color, if you don't, use different paper. You could use something else if you wanted to, another color. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.